player versus player got me thinking. So, what is a experience, a time when you thought you were good? Let's say Elden Ring. You got some PvP matches in, and you felt like you had a great understanding of the game, and you run into somebody that makes you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, you get what I'm, like, basically, when did somebody serve you a warm, fresh piece of humble pie?
So I've grown so accustomed to the taste of humble pie.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I touched on this in I think it was the first episode where we talked about where we came from. I played Killer Instinct when I was a kid. Killer Instinct had, I think it was like 10 difficulty stages, and they ranked them by stars. Yep. I'm pretty sure you did the same thing too. And so I'd put it on the hardest difficulty and try to make it through the arcade, because that's how you could unlock each character's true ending. So I'd just play through and try to see the true endings. And went to this place we had called Peter Piper Pizza.
Okay.
And this was back before it turned into pretty much a knockoff Chuck E. Cheese. And they had several fighting game arcade cabinets. They had Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, as well as Skee Ball and a bunch of the other standard arcade fare. Went up there and started playing some Killer Instinct on an arcade cabinet. Got whooped on. And I was a kid. I was probably like 8 or so at the time. Maybe 10. And got whooped on. Kind of just chalked it up to people being older than me and knowing how to play games better than me. Didn't really think about it beyond that. Went back home, played Killer Instinct at home, and forgot about it pretty much. Then decided that I was going to start getting competitive. And again, my uber nerd crown for this group. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school, right? The card game. I know it's not really video game related, but it kind of gets to what you're asking.
Go for it. This is our podcast. We can talk about whatever the hell we want. So,
damn right. Played Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school. Played with my friends. It was pretty good. We had a lot of matches. We were all pretty evenly matched in terms of what we had available to us in terms of cards, our decks, all that. We pretty much equal wins against each other for the most part. Thought, hey, there's a shop in town that they do a tournament every Saturday. I'm gonna go. It's like $5 to get in. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do great. I show up, lose first round.
Oh, got bopped, huh?
Got bopped. Like,
I can relate.
The dude and those guys there, they were real Yu-Gi-Oh players. The deck ideas that I saw with those people were insane. I had one guy that fought me, and he had a deck with, there's 40 cards in a deck, and he had a deck with 3 monsters in it. You need monsters to do damage, or so I thought. He had 3 monsters, and his entire deck was revolving around getting them onto the field while keeping my field completely empty. And it got to the point where there was nothing I could do. And I think he won within 6 or 7 turns. And I was just like, there's no way I can compete with this. Like, I'm just not that good. I don't have the money to put into it like that. It ain't happening. Then to bring it to video games, Toro served me a piece of humble pie one time.
Oh man, you really winding up the time machine now.
What
Yep.
are you doing?
I talked about this too in episode 1.
Oh man, don't be dissing the skills, my boy.
Man,
you don't ran up on this Soul Calibur expertise, man. You better chill out before I go turn that mug on.
BLJ, let's go boot up Soul Calibur right now. Let's play.
Just don't lie about this man.
I never lie. I always tell the truth.
Man.
Always the truth.
So sit back and listen to the story, my guy.
Let me hear it.
Had a big fat serving of humble pie that day. I don't even remember what character I was playing. It was probably Probably Soul Calibur. Do you remember if it was 3 or 4?
If you're talking about the tournament, it was 2. It was 100% 2.
At FX?
It was at FX. Yes, it was 100% Soul Calibur 2. That was the big popular one. Mm-hmm.
So I was probably playing. I don't even know because I don't think I played Necron enough to. Anyway, doesn't matter. Probably played Sung Mina. Who knows? Get there, show up, thinking, yeah, I'm gonna do great. I'm really good at this. I never fought anybody else. Only fought the AI. I'm gonna do great. Get there, show up, look at the bracket. Oh, cool. I'm fighting this dude. What did you go by back then? What was it? Did you go by King Flanagan back then? Was that it?
King Flanagan. Yes.
Yep. I was matched up against the guy King Flanagan. I'm like, man, so pretentious. I'm like, all right, we'll get into this. We'll see how it is. I get in there. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna do all right. You know, I'm not expecting to just trounce everybody, but I'm not expecting to do as bad as I did. We get in, we, shake hands. Hey, good game. Let's get it going. I think I won one round in our set best of 3, maybe 2 rounds. And just felt like I couldn't get anything going. Felt like I couldn't get started, couldn't get any combos to work. Just dropped the ball completely and realized there are people that really know how to play this game. And
you talking about?
That's when
you talking about the other host?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toro.
Me.
Yeah. And it was him. And then the follow-up.
Just in disbelief. Jeez.
Right? Yeah.
I'll have you
and then
know,
it was the
I'm not gonna
follow-up.
cut Lambo's story short. I have you know, while you over there cackling, I won that tournament, by the way. So I didn't beat him and I lost. I won the whole thing. So respect my gangster. I ain't gonna say it again.
And that was the one thing that saved my ego that day. I was like, well, if I got knocked out first round, at least it was to the guy that won the tournament. I could have got knocked out by a guy who got knocked out the next round. That would have been real bad. So I didn't feel as terrible after that. But man, when it first happened, I was just like, man, I might just have to give up fighting games. Maybe I suck. Maybe I'm just not good. And then he went and won the whole tournament. I was like, all right. Nope, it's just that he's too good. That's what it is. He's the problem, not me.
And what is that? Maybe, what is that? Over, I'm trying to think.
It's like right at 20 years.
20?
I was 14 and I am 34 now.
Man, 20 years later, we're still rivals in fighting games. Boy, how's that for fighting game lore? Yeah.
But I feel like I've hopefully stepped my game up a bit.
We got plenty of clips of you thrashing me now. For those that want to look, I believe I'll have to post the link in the comments. I have a clip that says why I hate Astroth, and it's very toxic. And the tables have turned. Back then, I did defeat him, but I guess I defeated him, and he went into the hyperbolic time chamber or whatever the hell he did. And now I'm the one climbing uphill. And his character is so ridiculous. I wanted to warn everybody that plays this game to look out for this busted character that goes by the name of Astroth. And I compiled a couple of scenarios of why this character makes no sense. And I did it. I'm not a salty guy, but there might have been a little bit of distaste.
A little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit of salt. Not towards my comrade Lambo, but this character. Yeah. So I made a compilation of ridiculous clips of why this character is nonsense. And he definitely received the developer power of the all-rounder. He's entirely too good.
Says the guy playing the poster boy that has the most ridiculous things that are saved for no reason. But
another podcast.
Yeah, we'll call that the Power Boy podcast.
Yeah, I got you. Well, appreciate you.
But and you know who you have to blame for that, right?
Oh, yeah. If he listening or if he ever is listening, we got a pal, Mr. Carmack. He was a raid boss at the video game store we had a tournament in. And fun fact, I won the tournament, but they let me go on to a bonus round to challenge the basically he ran the store and he jumped in and he was like a hidden boss if you beat me, you get like an extra game voucher or something. And, you know, back then I'm young, arrogant, like I could take this guy, and I proceed to get destroyed. So that isn't my example of humble pie, but he humbled me because I defeated everybody at the tournament, and the guy who runs the store jumps in and he doesn't destroy me. It was a close match, actually.
Yeah, I think y'all went to final round.
The last round, I was defeating him, and I had him on the ropes. And Soul Calibur is a special game that has a special win condition to where they can ring you out. And if you get flung out the ring, you fall out the ring, it's an automatic loss. And I was pressing the advantage, and he's playing.
Doesn't matter what your health is either.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what your health is. He's playing that character I was just ranting about a few minutes ago, and he does some ridiculous move and throws me and flings me over his head out the ring. And then the announcer, ring out, you lose. And then the guy's like, he apologized in the most polite way. Like, he bodies me. He's like, hey, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But good games, though. And he walks away, and that just fueled my fire. And here I am. But that was a piece of the humble pie.